She is a walking bucket when her feet are in the paint.
No doubt a top 10 scorer in the ACC so far this season.
Years here at Florida State where even Brooke Wyckoff said the relationship is great and understanding some players will just have to move on to find something different. But Brianna Turnage has been phenomenal in what she's been able to do, and of course the emotions will be there.
About the way Jazzy Shavers has played for Florida State as she drops it in.
Well, she's coming off of a career high, tying at 6 threes that have been knocked down. She was very good in those attempts there, but just overall, she's been one of the most consistent on the roster.
30% on the year. Here's Shavers. Pulls up for the mid-range J and buries it.
And just continuing to find her footing as the head coach as I played for Sue Simrau.
Georgia Tech had tied the game momentarily, but there is Soleil Williams. Knocks down the mid-range J. Florida State retakes the lead, interior feed, and that's what Georgia Tech wants to do. They want to feast.
I think that her ceiling is so high.
Foster averaging 7 points per game is Davis. A rare triple for the Aussie.
And I just think for her first year being in this program, in this system, I'm just continuing to look for what she can add.
Easy bucket down low for Turnage. She's on the board as they try to find their footing.
Yeah, absolutely. The 7 years with Maryland, 3 times Big Ten champions, and understanding what it takes to get to an NCAA tournament.
Walker, this one, just one from the floor, but got to the line 4 times.
But that's the point. Being able to impact the game in different ways and getting to the line is still an aggressive play in my book.
Jackets do get a stop. Turnage right back into the paint. Lost the handle of it. Picked up. Open 3, and that's good.
And it was because of her ability to step up from the free throw line and not hesitate.
And 12 points against Notre Dame as well, the response on Thursday in the 73-51 Florida State win.
That's the level of defense you have to see. Amaya Bonner, who is very good and athletic with her length, right now is shading Talayah Walker, but the weak side defense helped. And Bonner, a defensive stop and score is anybody's pace. Any coach would love to see that from their squad.
4-point advantage on the drive, count it.
The difference between that take and the previous one was there was only one person she had to beat on the baseline, using her ability for the Euro step to knock it down.
They do want to rip it from beyond the arc. You see, they lead the ACC in makes per game at nearly 9 a contest.
Now this is what I love to see.
Bonner downhill to Davis. Euro step with the left hand. That was nice. Against the Mustangs, double-double, 14 points, 13 rebounds. This Florida State team looking just to play with some confidence as Foster. In this transfer portal era, you got players playing at 3-4 schools in their careers. Block shot by Treadwell. A couple turnovers to start the quarter for both teams.
And you made a point that there were only 3 turnovers combined after the first quarter, and we're hoping that it's still cleaned up moving forward.
He said, don't jinx it.
You did.
That's my bad. Jackets with the basketball, turnaround jumper, high in the air, count it. Pushing the pace.
You got to credit Florida State on how they've been able to prevent Georgia Tech from getting easy looks in transition.
Shavers had her pocket pick, leads to the easy 2 issue for Florida State this season. Bottom 3rd in the league in protecting the basketball. Rish, second chance opportunity. Georgia Tech leading by 1 on the road. 7.5 to play in the second quarter. Alben, how much of an advantage is that for Snoop to be able to push the ball in transition for her team?
Pretty huge, but Tatum Green saying my advantage is my length.
Bulls trying to run. Davis not able to slow herself down and finish. It's led to a 6-0 run, and Georgia Tech leads by 6. Williams caught in a pickle at the baseline, but able to find Bonner.
I thought she was trapped or put herself in a bad position on the baseline, and my goodness, Catherine Alben is searching and hunting. Florida State has only scored 4 points in this quarter, and we're almost at the halfway point. They have got to find some easy bucket in a rhythm quick. Yeah, absolutely, and something to keep your eye on. 2 athletic bigs in this league. I think you absolutely keep your eye on the best in the paint.
Bonner, Euro step, athletic layup there from the left block.
Amaya Bonner being that girl at the rim. from even knocking down South Carolina in this SEC ACC challenge.
Walls versus Lawson is much must-watch television. How about the Euro step? Talayah Williams has been must-watch for Florida State this year. Noles have kept pace with Georgia Tech. The Jackets lead is 3 on the drive right to the cup. She's got 6 points. Now Moon hangs, kicks, 3-ball in the air, up and in. Georgia Tech, they lead by double digits in Tallahassee.
At some point, you almost run out of space.
8-point advantage for Georgia Tech. That
Wow.
will rattle all the way home. Icy shooting in the second quarter for the Noles. 3-ball, top of the key. That one will go in.
Not just a shooter, but a scorer, and she's going to find her spot on the floor. I don't know how that had such a soft bounce for the make.
When it's your day, those shots will fall as Treadwell cleans it up for a second chance opportunity.
They are very fortunate that that did not go down for Foster and just overall for Florida State. Laniah Foster can absolutely step outside and hit that shot. She's done it 10 times on the season already.
She had 10 assists and 13 rebounds in an unconventional double-double. Davis
pass.
inside, and she lays it in.
Executing at a high level is what we just saw in that last possession.
Well, them getting 20 points in the paint. The Noles.
Absolutely.
10-1 run for Florida State in the quarter. Not there. Maybe the foul trouble made it a little clunky for Shavers in the first half. She's back in there and able to get right to the rack.
And why it's so important for her to be on the floor, and a great take by Talayah Walker. Look how quick she is with pushing the ball up the floor and seeing what options she has. And a great block by Avery Treadwell at the rim. 2 second chance points, they as in the Yellow Jackets.
Jackets by 4. Terrific no-look pass.
Both fine for Brianna Turnage being able to draw to the nice.
Karen Blair told us we have to rely on our grittiness, the toughness, the physical play that we bring to the table each and every night. Beautiful drive.
And how that carryover needs to be in the game. You build the confidence, you feel what it needs to be in a game, in the rhythm. We're seeing it from Samuel.
I don't got to tell you, Angel.
You don't
You're
have
right
to
there.
remind me. I just took a deep breath.
Look what I found. Another loose ball. Turnage picks it up.
That
Leads to a 3. Wow, come on now. Talayah Walker.
But we cannot speak to it enough of the second chance opportunities that have been provided because of the effort of Brianna Turnage off the glass. When I hear numbers, I'm like, I don't know. It's a bunch of things swirling around my face.
Over third of the available rebounds.
Communications.
Yeah, exactly. 5-point deficit, make it 3.
5 consecutive points by Soleil Williams. Brianna Turnage trying to silence the crowd that once celebrated her accomplishments. But too disappointed Georgia Tech is getting it back.
Good look. Walker, top of the key, you bet.
To the top of the key has not been communicated by the defense. They have to do a better job with the coverage.
Largest lead of the game for Georgia Tech at 13. Looking to extend. Alben, Samuel lays it in.
Count it for Georgia Tech, and a beautiful series in transition that leads to a tie. Real estate that Amaya Bonner is taking up to protect her teammates defensively. Big shot by Soleil Williams.
Soleil Williams making it rain. She's got 18. Leads Florida State in scoring. Walker, backdoor cut.
No contest at the rim. And just an easy look for Talayah, just with the high IQ she's been able to play with, realizing the backdoor. And coming off a game where she had a career high 9 blocks. So am I impressed by the last one? Not so much, Snoop. You're going to have to give me another way. I've seen a lot of them.
So back-to-back strong games for Panya Davis.
And they need her on the floor. You mentioned how she's able to get out and out front. This is why it's so important to have her on the floor. Yes, she is dealing with 4. Well, guess what? Very far from the rim. There needs to be some type of saving as Amaya Bonner is able to finish at the glass.
And Georgia Tech comes on the road and beats Florida State. Big second road victory of the year for Karen Blair and the Jackets.